Hi, my name is Lucy, and let me tell you, learning English wasn't easy for me. I struggled to remember words and form sentences, but everything changed when I met someone truly extraordinary. And no, it wasn't a teacher, a friend, or a stranger. It was a talking cat. Yes, you heard that right. His name is Mr. Buttons, and he's the reason I'm here today, sharing this story with you. Today, you're going to learn English through our story about how I met Mr. Buttons and how he taught me the language in the most unexpected way. Along the way, you'll pick up new words, practice simple phrases, and have some fun. Here's a tip. Don't forget to repeat the words and sentences you hear. It'll help you improve your pronunciation and remember better. Ready? Let's jump into the story of the incredible Mr. Buttons. It all started on a quiet afternoon. I had just inherited an old house from my grandmother. It was big, filled with dusty furniture and shelves stacked with books. As I walked through the creaky wooden floors, I heard a strange noise coming from the kitchen. Curious, I followed the sound, and that's when I saw him. There he was, a sleek black cat sitting on the kitchen counter, staring at me with piercing green eyes. "Hello," he said. I froze. Did this cat just talk? Yes, I did, he continued, as if reading my mind. The cat introduced himself as Mr. Buttons, and here's the catch. He could only speak English. I tried to respond, but my words came out all wrong. "You speak cat?" I stuttered. Mr. Buttons chuckled. "Not quite, but I can help you." First lesson. Can you help me? Repeat after me. I hesitated but repeated slowly. Can you help me? Good, he said, his tail flicking happily. And just like that, my unexpected English lessons began. "Lucy," Mr. Buttons said, pacing across the counter. "I've lost my bowl. Can you help me find it?" "Bowl?" I asked, confused. "What is bowl?" "A bowl," he explained, pointing his paw toward a picture on a nearby calendar, "is something you use to eat from." Now repeat. Can you help me find my bowl? I repeated. Can you help me find my bowl? Perfect, he said. Now, look around. Where do you see a bowl? I scanned the kitchen and spotted something under the table. Is that it? I asked. Let's find out, Mr. Buttons replied, hopping gracefully to the floor. Together we checked. It was indeed his missing bowl. Great job, Lucy. Now, let's practice some more. What else do you see on the table? A cup, I said. Good. Repeat after me. I see a cup. I see a cup, I repeated. Excellent. Now, can you find the chair? He prompted. This went on for a while, with Mr. Buttons guiding me through the names of common objects and teaching me simple sentences. By the end of the session, I felt a little more confident and a lot more curious about this extraordinary cat. Let's take a moment to review what we learned from Mr. Buttons. One of the key phrases was, "Can you help me?" This is a useful sentence you can use in many situations, like asking for help at a store, in a restaurant, or even with a friend. For example, "Can you help me find my phone?" We also learned some basic vocabulary. Bowl, something you use to eat from. Cup, something you use to drink from. Chair, something you sit on. Let's practice pronunciation. Repeat after me. Bowl, cup, chair. Notice how the words are short and easy to say. Don't worry if you make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process. Mr. Buttons taught me that confidence grows with practice, and I hope you feel the same way too. Now it's your turn. Imagine you're in the kitchen with Mr. Buttons. Look around your own room and answer these questions in English. 1. What do you see on the table? 2. Can you find a chair? 3. Where is your cup? Pause the video and say your answers out loud. For example, I see a book on the table, or my cup is in the sink. Great. Now, let's try a mini challenge. Pretend you're helping Mr. Buttons. Ask for something he might need. For example, "Can you help me find the spoon?" Try to create your own sentences and practice them out loud. If you want, write your answers in the comments below. I'd love to see how you're practicing. Today you learned some important English phrases and vocabulary with Mr. Buttons. You practiced asking for help, identifying objects, and building confidence in speaking. Isn't it amazing how small steps can make a big difference? Remember, every time you practice, you're getting closer to fluency. Don't be afraid of mistakes, they're part of the journey. Like Mr. Buttons always says, practice makes perfect. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share your answers in the comments. And guess what? Mr. Buttons has more stories and lessons coming your way, so stay tuned for the next adventure. Thank you for learning with me today. See you next time.